never took the time to say, you look great today. And all the times I should have said, your hair looks nice that way. Sorry for all the times I stayed out late at night. If I could only have the time back, I know I'd make it right. I should have listened more to the things you had to say. Should have brought you with me all the times I went away. Should have stayed around more to see that smile of yours. I guess that I can't blame you now for walking out the door. Oh, it's hard, always on the road. Oh, it's hard, always on your own. Ooh. And I never found a way to tell you how I felt. Never took the chance to tell you what you meant. Never got around to telling you my mind, to tell you you're the best a man could ever find. And now I'm sitting here staring at the fall, wondering should I call or just leave you alone. Maybe you wouldn't answer if you knew the call was from. Maybe someday you'll understand if you ever hear this song. Oh, it's hard, always on the road. Oh, it's hard, always on your own. Oh, it's hard, always on the road. Oh, it's hard when you're always on your own. Baby, come back home. Come back home. I'll stay off the road. Thank you very much. I was on the road, and thank you whoever requested that. Thank you very much. So, okay, Bernard, what's the latest? You're very quiet tonight for your first night back. Okay.
Loads of comments, Roy. People delighted to have you, delighted to have me. They're fighting over who's the best hero, me or you. I think that they like having me here because I pick up on more of the requests than you do when you're actually playing. So Linda Akbass was looking for Come My Little Son for Connor for his 13th birthday. Happy birthday, Connor.
Great song. Will I get that?
Yeah, I think
okay,
maybe get
that's
that
one of that's one of Ewan McCall's great songs. Lads, I'd love a green tea there if somebody's available. Anyway, what I'm telling the people about this one. I heard Luke Kelly's version of this, but I had oh great, thanks very much. Looks like an espresso, lads. Okay. Right, coming in the sun. Anyway, it's also known as England's motorways. Ewan MacColl wrote it. His real name was James Henry Miller, but he wrote loads of the big folk songs like Dirty Old Town and School Days Over, Go Move Shift, Sweet Thames Flow Softly, loads of big ones. And Luke Kelly would have studied under Ewan MacColl for a while and brought some of them songs home, like Dirty Old Town and that. Shoals of Herring was another one. That was an interesting one because Ewan MacColl had, he was working for a programme on the BBC called Singing Fishing, and what was interesting about Shoals of Herring was that he interviewed the fishermen on the coast of England, and he never used any of his own words. He took their recorded words and rhymed it together to make the song Shoals of Herring. Anyway, that might be a song for another night. I've been asked for Come Into the Sun. So. I remember when I was about 17, came joined first in a singing competition in the Everyman Palace Theatre here in Cork, and part of the prize was to go and record a demo in the studio, and this was the very first song that I ever put down. Come, my little son, and I will tell you what we'll do. Undress yourself and get into bed, and a tale I'll tell to you. It's all about your daddy. He's a man you seldom see, for he's had to roam far away from home, away from you and me. And remember, lad, he's still your dad, though he's working far away in the cold and heat, 80 hours of the week on England's motorway. Now when you fall and hurt yourself and get up feeling bad, it isn't how he used to go running for your dad. For the only time since you were born he's had to spend with you. He was out of a job, we hadn't a bob, he was signing on the brew. And remember, lad, he's still your dad, and he really earns his pay, working day and night upon the side of England's motorway. To buy your shoes, your daddy built a length of railway track. He built a hydro dam to buy the clothes upon your back. This motor highway buys the food, but the wages soon are spent. And though we have to live apart, it helps to pay the rent. And remember, lad, he's still your dad, and he's toiling every day. But there's food to be had, and it's thanks to your dad on England's motorway. I'm sure we'd love your daddy here. Sure, it would be fine to have him working near our home and to see him all the time. But beggars can't be choosers, and we'll have to bear our load. For we need the money your daddy earns working on the road. And remember, lad, he's still your dad, and he'll soon be here to stay for a week or two with me and you when he's built the motorway. Thank you. Come my little son, or England's motorway as it's sometimes known. Okay, right. I'm going to move on slightly now. I'm going to talk about one of my great pals, a man called Phil Coulter. And I love working with Phil, and we've become good pals over the years, and I love guesting on his shows, and he's come and played some of my Song Collector sessions, and all through this pandemic I've been up and down to Phil's lockdown lounge, putting down some of his great songs. So I thought I'd sing some of them tonight that we put down together. But there is something I want to mention. I'm going to start off with a Phil Coulter song that links to Cork. And there was a request in from Malvina, am I right here, Bernard?
Yeah.
For her family. John Hickey and all the gang are watching in as well.
That's right, all 21 of them.
21 of them. Great, well, welcome. And Malvina wanted us to sing a song for you guys and welcome me. She loves you all very much, so I thought I would oblige. So, I met Malvina on a gig one time. I was playing in East Cork. We're not too far from where I am right now, in a place called Ballycotton. I was doing a gig. I was a special guest with Declan Sinna and Vicky Keating, and it was a great night. But it took place in Ballycotton, and Malvina arranged it. So it was a great night, and I thank her for that. But I want to sing this one. It's a song called Home from the Sea. Phil Coulter wrote it because, well, Lough Swilly up in Donegal has a lot of great memories for Phil. He used to go there as a kid with his family and everything. They had many happy summers there, and he went there indeed with his own family. But the tragic side of Lough Swilly is that Phil had a brother and a sister who drowned in Lough Swilly on 2 separate occasions, a year apart. And that's why he wanted to write this song, Home from the Sea, to get a lifeboat put on Lough Swilly. And they did. And, I think it's about 50 lives last count had been saved on Lough Swilly because of that lifeboat. And then Home from the Sea became the official anthem for the RNLI, the Irish Lifeboat Gang. So, meanwhile, back at the point, lads. Phil told me that the third verse in this song is about Ballycotton. It says, back in the town in a street that runs down to the sea and the harbour wall, they gathered in pairs at the foot of the stairs to wait for the radio call. And everyone in this room here knows Ballycotton, and if you visualise it, it does run down to the sea from the town, So that's what that's about. So here's a nice, while I'm in East Cork, there's a song that brings it into it. Anyway. On a cold winter's night, with a storm at its height, the lifeboat answered the call. They pitched and they tossed till we thought they were lost as we watched from the harbour wall. Though the night was pitch black, there was no turning back, for someone was waiting out there. And each volunteer had to live with his fear as they join in a silent prayer. Carry us home, home, home from the sea. Angels of mercy, answer our plea. And carry us home, home, home from the sea. Carry us safely home from the sea. As they battle their way past the mouth of the bay, 'twas blowing like never before. As they gallantly fought, every one of them thought of loved ones back on the shore. And a flicker of light, and they knew they were right. There she was on the crest of a wave. She's an old fishing boat, she's barely afloat. Please God, there are souls we can save and carry them home, home, home from the sea. Angels of mercy, answer our plea. And carry us home, home, home from the sea. Carry them safely home from the sea. I'm back in the town, in a street that runs down to the sea and the harbour wall. They had gathered in pairs at the foot of the stairs to wait for the radio call. And just before dawn, when all hope was gone, came a hush and a faraway sound. 'Twas the coxswain, he roared, all survivors on board. Thank God, I'm a homeward bound to carry them home, home from the sea. Angels of mercy, answer our plea. And carry us home, home, home from the sea. Carry us safely home from the sea. Home, home, home from the sea. Angels of mercy, answer our plea. And carry us home, home, home from the sea. Carry us safely home from the sea. Thank you, from the mighty Phil Coulter. Cheers. Thank you very much. So, during this lockdown, the first lockdown initially, Phil, with a bit of coaxing from myself and Darragh Hoare, jumped into Facebook and started doing his own virtual gigs and his lockdown lounge on a Saturday and everything. And it was great to see him doing it, giving away all his knowledge and everything. But he took it a step further by starting to drop songs midweek as well. I was thrilled. He invited me up to do many of his songs with him, or songs he produced or written or whatever. And this was the first one, a song called Yesterday's Men, that he gave to Eddie Fury. And of course the Furies had a great version of it. Ronnie Drew from the Dubliners did it as well. And I think with this pandemic and the loss of jobs, and they're telling us that we're going to hit a recession after this and everything, I think there's going to be a lot of Yesterday's Men around. So tonight, like always, I'm dedicated to my musician friends and my actor friends and people in the entertainment industry who are out of work, including these lads here in the room as well. You know, the people sometimes forget about the guys behind the scenes, the managers, the studios, the techs, everything, you know. So it's for all of those guys. It's a song called Yesterday's Men. Twas Joey the Weasel that gave us the wire. They were closing our factory down. But we didn't believe him and we called him a liar. The redundancy letters came round. As we read them in silence, I choked back a tear. It was hard to believe after 20-odd years. Farewell, my companions, my friends and my workmates, farewell to the paydays, the pints and the crack. Though we gave them our best years, now they've paid us back by making us yesterday's men, sure as hell, making us yesterday's men. So we said our goodbyes by the factory gate one cold Friday evening last year, and I saw it all there in the eyes of me mates, the anger, the sadness, the fear. Like our fathers before us, we worked there with pride. Now we fought back the bitterness burning inside. Farewell, my companions, my friends and me workmates, farewell to the paydays, the pints and the crack. Though we gave them our best years, now they've paid us back by making us yesterday's men, sure as hell, making us yesterday's men. Ah, Jimmy Shishi, give the kids a few bob. After all, sure it is Friday night. But how could I tell her I was out of a job? From now things were going to be tight. It's well I remember it cut like a knife. I was never a day on the dole in my life. Farewell, my companions, my friends and me workmates, farewell to the paydays, the pints and the crack. Though we gave them our best years, now they've paid us back by making us yesterday's men, sure as hell, making us yesterday's men. The machines now are silent, the workbench is bare. There's dust on the factory floor. They boarded the windows and chained up the gates, padlocked the factory door. And I'm on the scrap heap, and I'm 39, just one of the hundreds shot down in my prime. Farewell, my companions, my friends and me workmates, farewell to the paydays, the pints and the crack. Though we gave them our best years, now they've paid us back by making us yesterday's men, sure as hell, making us yesterday's men. Farewell, my companions, my friends and me workmates, farewell to the paydays, the pints and the crack. Though we gave them our best years, now they've paid us back by making us yesterday's men, sure as hell, making us yesterday's men. Thank you. Yesterday's Men from Phil Coulter. Okay, one time I checked in with you, Bernard, what's happening online?
So, yeah, absolutely fabulous. The feedback tonight is unreal. The amount of people are so happy to see you on the stage and hear me on a microphone for the first time ever. We talked about it, but we never got a second microphone.
We have to get subtitles for the Waterford accent.
Well, Jez, it saves me talking out loud and roaring at you across the bar. Now, one thing I want to do while you're on the Phil Coulter, want to give big shout out to Angela Ruan for lending us our hubby tonight there. It's her birthday. She's 21 plus VAT. And look, we know Liam is punching above his weight.
And now the end is near.
I know Angela's fond of the old Phil Coulter as well, so she likes The Town I Loved So Well.
Okay.
And if she doesn't like it, he's definitely divorced because he requested it for her. So he doesn't know her at all after. How many years of marriage now, Liam? Oh, Jesus.
Well, how many happy years of marriage first?
Married since 95. Just remember one thing, fella, marriage is
Bernard
grand.
has the best advice ever for fellas getting married.
Marriage is grand, divorce is 250 grand. Stay married, Liam. Okay, buddy? I know. So yeah, The Town I Love So Well, and the other one then for Phil Coulter was The Bear in the Bible was requested as well.
That's Liam Riley, I'll get to that.
Oh yeah, sorry, that was Liam Riley. There was another Phil Coulter one. I'll get back to you with that.
Was it the Molly Maguire's?
Town I Loved So Well. Molly Maguire's, yeah, Ursula Crest requested that.
I'll tell you what, let me do an up-tempo one. Let me do the Molly Maguire's first, and then I'll...
And Agnes Skillington also requested for her niece Molly, who had passed away. So the Molly Maguire's.
Okay. Yeah. So, the story behind the Molly Maguire's is interesting because, how it started out was Phil had a drinking buddy called Dermot Harris, and his brother was the actor and singer Richard Harris. So, Richard Harris and Sean Connery were going to be in the movie The Molly Maguire's about the miners in Pennsylvania, and Phil thought the song was, the movie was crying out for a song, so he wrote the Molly Maguire's. What happened then was, it was the first time, this was the song that got Phil Coulter and the Dubliners working together, because the Dubliners, Luke Kelly and the Dubliners were the ones to sing it. Now the song never made it into the movie, but it was still a big hit for the Dubliners. So that's the crack, that's where it came from. The Molly Maguire's were a secret society that were active in Ireland and in the US and also in Liverpool. But the song focuses on the miners out in Pennsylvania. Make way for the Molly Maguire's, they're drinkers, they're liars for their name. Make way for the Molly Maguire's, you'll never see the likes of them again. Down the mines, no sunlight shines, those pits are black as hell. In mud and slime, they do their time, it's Paddy's prison cell. They curse the day they travel far and drown their tears in a jar. So make way for the Molly Maguire's, they're drinkers, they're liars for their name. Make way for the Molly Maguire's, you'll never see the likes of them again. Backs will break and muscles ache, down there, there's no time to dream of fields and farms, a woman's arms just dig that bloody scene. Though they drain their bodies underground, who dares to push them around? So make way for the Molly Maguire's, they're drinkers, they're liars for their name. Make way for the Molly Maguire's, you'll never see the likes of them again. Make way for the Molly Maguire's, they're drinkers, they're liars for their name. Make way for the Molly Maguire's, you'll never see the likes of them again. I wasn't expecting to sing that tonight, but good shout, whoever called for that one. Okay, I was going to do Joe Hill, but what was the other one you had?
The Town I Loved So Well, especially for Angela Ruan.
How can I refuse, Liam? How can I refuse?
It's her birthday, and she's been married to that lad for, she is 25 years now, since 95 according to himself.
Is 25 years a happy marriage, but they're married 35 years?
No, they've been happily married since 1995. She's happy and Liam is married.
This is why we missed you, Bart. This is why we missed you.
Pity I'm only back for the one night, lad.
I know I have one night only, like Duffy Sockers.
One night only, one night only.
Are we lucky? Okay, I'll move off after this from Phil Coulter. I'll sing this one. This is the one that Phil always says that when the curtain finally comes down, that he wants to be remembered for, because he wrote it about his hometown of Derry. And I mean, a lot of great singers sang it again. Luke Kelly did it, Paddy Riney did it, loads of people have did it. But it's a marvellous song. So we'll do it for Andrew, in the hopes that Liam might get an old hug and a squeeze and a kiss when he goes home. In my memory, I'll always see the town that I have loved so well, where our school played ball by the gas yard wall, and we laughed through the smoke and the smell, going home in the rain, running up the dark lane, past the jail and down behind the fountain. Those were happy days in so many, many ways, in the town I loved so well. In the early morning, the shirt factory horn called women from Cregan, the moor and the bog, while their men on the door played a mother's role, fed the children and then walked the dog. And when times got tough, there was just about enough, but they saw it through without complaining. For deep inside was a burning pride for the town I loved so well. There was music there in the Derry air, like a language that we all could understand. I remember the day I earned my first pay, when I played in a small pickup band. There I spent my youth, and to tell you the truth, I was sad to leave it all behind me. For I've learned about life, I found a wife in the town I loved so well. But when I returned, how my eyes were burned to see how a town could be brought to its knees by the armored cars, the bombed out bars, and the gas that hangs on to every breeze. Now an army's installed by that old gas yard wall, and the damp underworld gets higher and higher with their tanks and their guns. Oh my God, what have they done to the town I loved so well? Now the music's gone, but they carry on. Their spirits been bruised, never broken, though they'll not forget. Still their hearts are set on tomorrow and peace once again. For what's done is done, and what's won is won, and what's lost is lost and gone forever. I can only pray for a bright, brand new day in the town I loved so well. Thank you. Another gem from the mighty Phil Coulter. Right, let's move on. There was a few other Irish songwriters I want to talk about because, well, that's my main passion really, is Irish folk songs. Well, folk songs in general, but particularly Irish ones. So, Bernard, what else is going on over there? Any more requests?
There is, right, a lot of requests for your own songs. Bernadette Vidal looking for Dark Rosaline. Cliff Wheaton looking for Devil Rose. Valerie Lawler was looking for Old Man on Patrick Street.
Oh, thank you very much.
So they were your own ones, and then there was about 25 other songs as well.
I think we'll go with Dark Rosaline. For who's that for?
Dark Rosaline, well, there was several requests in for during the evening, but Bernadette Vidal was the last one that came up on my feed there.
Okay, let's do that. So Dark Rosaline is a song I wrote, and it's about immigration, and well, the song came out last October, and all you legends on the line who don't know that, well, he got to #1 within something like 15 hours. So thank you very much for that. Without labouring the point too much, because I know I'm only on here for about an hour and a half, but Dark Rosaline, I suppose it's deep enough because the song is about immigration, and the melody is my own, and the story in the song is my own, but the title Dark Rosaline is my way of paying homage to the writers that came before me down through the centuries. I'll try and make this story as quick as I can because it fascinated me. Growing up, I always heard of the names for Ireland, like Dark Rosaline being one, Banba, Fola, Roisin Dove. You know, so if you translate Roisin Dove from Irish to English, it means Little Black Rose, or it means Dark Rosaline. And there's three theories of where the original poem came from. Back in 1601 here in Cork, we had the Battle of Kinsale, and the chieftain Hugh O'Donnell and Hugh O'Neill, they fought, and they almost defeated the British in Kinsale, but they lost in 1601. So in 1602, the chieftain Hugh O'Donnell wed Hugh O'Donnell went to Spain to seek the help of the King of Spain and the Pope, and that's where he died. And it's said that he wrote the poem Dark Rosaleen. It's also said that his chief bard, a man called Owen Roe MacConvord, or Owen Roe MacWard in English, is said to have written it as well, because back in those days, chieftains had families of poets and things who would write about them. And the other theory is totally different. It's about a priest from the Midlands who fell in love and gave up his vow to become a ploughman because he fallen in love. That's the theory of three theories of where Dark Rosaleen comes from. And I think it's really besides the point, because to me it just means that Mother Ireland has influenced artists for centuries. That's why I wanted to write the song. So here it is. I watched the ship sail one American night over the dark ocean, away out of sight. In the summer's warm breeze, my mind wandered free. I thought once again of Dark Rosaleen. On a faraway island of green and gold, where the aging of love never unfolds, that's where she's waiting across the foam for her sons and her daughters. She's calling them home. Many charm and her ways, her music and laughter, the array she displays. Those who have loved her and those who have seen the wonder and beauty of Dark Rosaleen. There's a silver stream where the moon beams and waves gently lap the scene from a dream. I see her dancing in a gown of green, calling us home. Dark Rosaleen. La 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 la. When I left, she was smiling and wishing me well. Her tears fell like rain, she was hurt, I could tell. One day I'll go back, but the future's unseen. Too long I ever missed her, my Dark Rosaleen. Charm and her ways, her music and laughter, the array she displays. Those who have loved her, those who have seen the wonder and beauty of Dark Rosaleen. Many have subscribed and all those things online. It all helps, and thank you very much. So, and the biggest thank you to the people who got to number 1 for me, so thank you very, very much for that. Okay, Bernard, let me check.
Yeah, right, just a small thing there, lots of people texting in there. The sound is fabulous while you're singing, but when you're talking you need to move closer to the microphone. The lads here can't swap and change it just that quickly, just for the talk and
That's fine.
so just staying closer there, and everyone, because people were trying to turn up their hearing aids and everything there. I didn't realise we had so many old folk online. So
everyone is welcome.
There were some people looking for extra Duracell batteries and everything for the hearing aids, right? Yeah, look, I suppose the fact you sang one of your own there, and maybe keep with the trio thing tonight and do the other 2.
I'll come back to those in a little while.
You're going to come back to those? Okay, well, I call out some of the other ones, so.
Yeah, do.
Marie McGahey, I remember everything. Richard Ison, The Contender.
Thank you, so.
Gabby and Lambert. Eileen Og. Oh.
Eileen Og. Percy French.
Tony Ann was looking for the Mero.
You know what? Later on, I will do some of Pete St. John's songs as well. Because we're counting down. The next song I release will be Tara Tansy, written by Pete St. John. Thank you. Written by Pete St. John, the man who wrote so many great hits. The man who wrote The Fields of Athenry and Dublin, the Rare Old Times, and The Ferryman, and The Miro, and Hey Johnny McGorry, and Danny Farrell, and all the rest of them. So, I'll certainly get around to some of Pete's ones in a minute. Now, what was I going to do? Some asked for Eileen Og, you know, there's one.
Eileen Og, Gabian put up a lovely song on the VIP Friends there during the week.
I heard it, yeah, she's a great voice. Well done, Gabian. Eileen Og, trying to catch me out, lads. Percy French was the man who wrote it. He wrote other big folk songs. Come Back, Paddy Riley, the Barry James stuff. He wrote Phil the Fluter's Ball was another one. What's the other one? The Mountains of Mourne was another one he wrote. Anyway, here's one. He wrote about courtship in Ireland back in the day. I loved Sean Cannon from the Dubliners singing this. That's where I got it from. But let's see if I can remember it anyway. Our features they were famous. If we longed on, who was there to blame us? Wasn't she the pride of Petrol? But her beauty made us all so shy. Not a man can look her in the eye. Eyes are why, sure that's the reason why we're in mourning for the pride of Petrol. Behind us growing grey. Ever since the day you wandered far away, I never there are good fish in the sea. There's none of them like the pride of Petrol. Friday at the fair in Ballintubber, Eileen met McGrath the camel jobber. I'd like to set me mark upon the robber. He stole away the pride of Petrol. He never seemed to see the girl at all, even when she ogled him from underneath her shawl. Looking big and masterful when she was looking small, most provoking for the pride of Petrol. Behind us growing grey, ever since the day you wandered far away. There are good fish in the sea. There's none of them like the pride of Petrol. Boys, oh boys, but fate is hard to grapple. Of me eye, 'tis hiding is the apple. Now to see her marching from the chapel with the hardest featured man in Petrograd. Now why is this, is all I have to say. When you do your call to make no display, if you want them to run after you walk the other way, they're mostly like the pride of Petrograd. My heart is growing grey ever since the day you wandered far away. They're a good fish in the sea, there's none of them like the pride of Petrograd. My heart is growing grey ever since the day you wandered far away. There's good fish in the sea, there's none of them like, there's none of them like, there's none of them like the pride of Petrograd. French. Another one I wasn't expecting to sing tonight, but keep them coming. I'm conscious of the time, because I keep you guys here all night, and you know that. I wanted to move on, and there was a request for the bear in the Bible, wasn't there?
There wasn't.
Okay, well let me move on. I want to sing some songs.
I love this that you're getting very conscious of the time. You know it's only 9:45, fella.
Oh yeah, but sure.
I know you're on a stage. You see, you got no break. That's all is up with you.
Those lads are slaving away there for the last 20 minutes.
Wait, 20 minutes? Hey, them boys are here since 5 o'clock today, setting this gig up. Oh, geez, 4. Sorry, we're getting paid since 4. 4, I meant 4. Boys are here since 4. There's about 75 requests.
What else are you gonna be fucking doing, like?
Come here, I'm grand. I'm sitting down, drinking beer. I'm quite happy here. I hope you stay on the stage till 12:25. My missus said if I wasn't home at past, she'd lock me out. And like I said, look, one divorce already. Fuck, I hate to be losing the house twice.
Pass the pie to rescue. So yeah, you know what? Let me sing some songs from my late great pal Liam Riley, and we lost Liam on New Year's Day. I have loads and loads of great memories with him from the song collector sessions. We played all over Ireland, and Liam must have played, must be close on 35 or 40 song collector sessions with me around Ireland, and he came to Las Vegas with me back in 2014. Our pals, the Black Donnellys, Dave Brown and Dave Rooney, were doing another one of their crazy ideas. Guinness World Record attempt in Las Vegas for the longest concert, and we did 2 song collector sessions within it, and there was all these rules, you know, like you couldn't sing the same song for 6 hours, and you had to be playing the next song by 20 seconds of the last song and everything. So it was 24/7 music, and anyway, it wasn't just us. Like, I mean, there was loads involved. There was, as Dave Brown says, there was a cast of thousands, because you had the people behind the scenes who were keeping track of what songs had been sung, so you couldn't redo them, or who's on next and all that, you know. Especially in Vegas, it's hard to keep guys in check when you're in Vegas, lads. So anyway, Liam Riley came out to Vegas with us, and we broke the Guinness World Record with the Black Donnellys. It was longest continuous concert. 372 hours and 10 minutes was the record, which is about 15 and a half days. I can remember about 4 hours of it. Because somebody videoed it and showed me. So we broke the Guinness World Record, and myself and Liam went down to the casino bar in Luxor in Vegas on the Strip, and we were celebrating the fact that, you know, we'd broken the Guinness World Record with our pals, and it was all very exciting. And Liam said to me, you should sing my song, The Bear in the Bible. And I wasn't aware of it. I wasn't aware of the song. Am I too far back? Looking forward? Okay. Well, I wasn't aware of The Bear in the Bible at the time, and Liam went on to explain the whole story of it. And it's about the Irish guys going away in search for work. Surprise, surprise, you know, how many times throughout the years has that happened? But this focuses on the guys in London, around Kilburn and Cricklewood and all those places. And the song is called The Bear in the Bible. So I asked Liam, what's the deal with the title, Why the Bear in the Bible? And he said because the Irish guys would be kicked out of their lodgings in the morning in London. And they would go and try and get the job. And if there wasn't 1,000 guys in the queue before you for the same job, you were lucky enough to get it. If there was, you were one of many who didn't get the job that day. And if you didn't get your job that day, you couldn't go back to your lodgings. You'd have to go to the pub and hang out there, or hang out in the church. So it was back to the bear in the Bible. And that's what the song was all about. This thing, the song is about an Irish immigrant who goes away like in search for work and trying to make his fortune and do whatever. And then quickly realising that things aren't as good as he thought they would be, you know. Anybody on YouTube or with a YouTube account, please subscribe to the Song Collector Sessions YouTube channel. This song is up there. We did a version of it in Kitten Lane Studio. On the day he arrived with a light in his eyes, he'd said all his farewells and all his goodbyes, and he knew he'd find work. He was good with his hands, and the money was good here in this foreign land. On the first night he met with a few big-haired men, put his hand in his pocket again and again. I'll replace it tomorrow, and all will be right. And they put down the hard stuff well into the night. And he's walking all day just looking for leads, as the light in the tunnel slowly recedes. And it's back to the pub and the old rosary beads, back to the beer and the Bible. In the cold light of day, in the concrete and steel, his sense of security started to reel, and realization that was worse than he thought pours over his head like cold tea from a pot. And he knows them by heart, the signs and the jeers. No men wanted buggered off, no vacancies here, 'cause there's plenty of work if you're first in the line, and there isn't 1,000 before you. And he's walking all day just looking for leads, as the light in the tunnel slowly recedes. And it's back to the pub and the old rosary beads, back to the beer and the Bible. So he lowers his sights, I'll do anything at all, to hell with a trowel and the straight narrow wall. Sure, a heart wouldn't hurt for a month, maybe more. Will you give me a job, you lousy old whore? And he's walking all day looking for leads, as the light in the tunnel slowly recedes. And it's back to the pub and the old rosary beads, back to the beer and the Bible. It's a long time since he heard the waves on the shore, near the place where he came from a long time before. So he drinks and he prays and he can't understand, well, they don't want his skills here in this foreign land. And he's walking all day looking for leads, as the light in the tunnel slowly recedes. And it's back to the pub and the old rosary beads, back to the beer and the Bible. Oh, he's walking all day looking for leads, as the light in the tunnel slowly recedes. And it's back to the pub and the old rosary beads, back to the beer and the Bible, back to the beer and the Bible. He's gone back to the beer and the Bible. Thank you, The Beer and the Bible from Liam Riley, and of course he's sadly missed, and by all his pals, a lot of us in the music industry, like many great memories with Liam, and great advice, a great mentor, a great guy to be on the road with too. He's very funny, you know. Is this a family show or can I talk? So
it's past the 9 o'clock watershed, so like if the kids are up watching at this stage.
You're loving that microphone tonight, man.
I am, yeah. Here, it's my first time having a microphone at a gig. I don't have to roar across. Here, by the way, there's loads of people feeling sorry for you that you don't get your smoke and your coke. I mean, Joe.
I stand to feel sorry for myself, isn't it? Anyway.
Happy birthday to John Hickey's father, 88.
Happy birthday. Any more things like that, Bernard? Call him out there if you have.
Yeah, no break for a smoke for a night. They listen away in the
straight
iPods after.
tonight,
I'm going to make him give up smoking like me. Someone actually made a comment going, geez, he's not giving him a break just because he gave up smoking himself.
Yeah.
It's not like that, lads, because look, I'm not on camera. I can smoke away actually if I want. Everyone else is.
Somebody take that microphone.
They're right, Liam. Well, I call out a few requests there for you, buddy.
I was going to join on with Liam Riley actually, so let me do one or two more Liam's ones because we all miss him and love him. And
we do.
Absolutely. One
me and Uncle Johnny love him especially.
I got myself very privileged and honoured to have spent so much time on the road with Liam and all the phone calls. To be honest with you, that's what I miss most about Liam. Just being able to pick up the phone and call him about different things. But prolific songwriter for Ireland, for world music as well. But the man wrote 6 number ones. He gave hits to the Wolf Tones and Paddy Riley, and his songs have been covered by many people. You know what? I just want to sing a little Liam one. You know what? Just on a lighter note, Bernard, just to include you. Didn't you tell me a while back when you were a young fella and you used to do the milk rounds in Tramore? Tramore!
Yeah, in Tramore, myself and Uncle Johnny, we're the fastest milkmen in the whole southeast of Ireland, right? We used to deliver milk to 400 houses.
Pat mustard.
We had a tape deck in the Toyota Hiace van, and we stuck in the tape when we started, and the whole crack was to deliver milk to all 400 houses before both sides played out. Johnny was flat out in the van, I was flat out in my feet. I used to be jumping out of the van before the van stopped. So we love Bagatelle and we love Liam Riley.
Man. That's first dedication to Bagatelle. I remember a couple of years ago, Bagatelle was celebrating 40 years on the road, 40 years of original music. And Liam did, loads of song collector sessions with me. And I got a call one day and he said, Bucko, you're on the gig in the Cork Opera House. I said, I thought you've got somebody on it. He said, it doesn't matter, I want you in as well. And it's a milestone and whatever. And I was very proud to be part of that. 40 years on the road is a milestone. And I'm very proud to be part of it. And I played with them up in Wicklow as well on that tour. But just so many great songs, I want to sing one. And Liam, if you've got some photos of Liam Riley, stick them up, please. You can sing along as well, lads, if you like. I won't even charge you. I would have given you anything that you wanted. I would have taken you anywhere you wanted to go. I would have answered you any question that you asked me. Would have told you anything you wanted to know. We used to live like there was gonna be no tomorrow, as if I knew the day wasn't gonna begin. But the light in your said goodbye, and I don't wanna be your second violin. The little things you said, I still keep them in my memory. Little things we did, I still keep them in my mind. The times we had were good, and we never had a problem. Times that were leaving so very, very far behind. We used to live like there was gonna be no tomorrow, as if a new day wasn't gonna begin. But the time is moving on, the magic is all gone, and I don't wanna be your second violin. We used to live like there was gonna be no tomorrow, as if a new day wasn't gonna begin. But the time is moving on, the magic is all gone, and I don't wanna be your second violin. Oh no, I don't wanna be your second violin. Your second violin. Liam Jordan Riley, what an absolute legend. And even though Liam's gone recently, we all know his songs and his legacy gonna live on forever. All those songs will outlive all of us. I might as well go with the hat trick. I'll do one more Liam Riley song and move on and to something else. One time when we were in Vegas doing the Guinness World Record, one night there was the Black Donnellys, myself, Liam Riley, Kevin McCord. Liam's pal was on stage with him, and everyone is just about to do Summer in Dublin. Well, Liam did it in a different key. He did it in A minor, I believe. But you know what? I love the Irish artists. I love the respect and the camaraderie among my pals and colleagues in the music industry. But hats off to the High Kings. They did an incredible version of Summer in Dublin recently, and if you listen to Darren Holden's vocal, it's incredible as always. But if you listen to his piano playing, you can see how much respect he has for Liam to take the time to figure out how Liam played it, you know. No offense to Darren, I mean nobody can do Summer in Dublin like Liam, but Darren took the time to study it, and I thought it really shone through, so hats off to the High Kings. Anyway, I was going to tell you, we were all on stage in Vegas. Black Donnellys, myself, Liam Riley, Kevin McCord. Liam was just about to do Summer in Dublin. And he says, "Lads, what Liam was on? Nothing." He says, "Why does an elephant never forget?" "I don't know, Liam. Because nobody tells him fuck all." Liam was full of one-liners. He often used to say, "I'd give me left arm to be ambidextrous." Take me away from the city and lead me to where I can be on my just wanna be left alone. I'll always remember your kind words, I'll still remember your name. But I'm seeing you changing and turning, I know things just won't be the same. And I remember that summer in Dublin, and the living years it stayed like hell, and the young people walking on Grafton Street, and everyone looking so well. I was singing a song I'd heard somewhere, called Rock and Roll Never Forgets. My humming was smothered by a 46A, the scream of a low-flying jet. So I jumped on a bus to Dunleary, stopping out to pick up my guitar. A drunk on the bus told me how to get rich. I was glad we weren't going too far. So I'm leaving on Wednesday morning, trying to find a place where I can hear the wind and the birds and the sea on the rocks. Open roads always are near. And if sometime I'm tired of quiet, and I wanna walk back up that hill, I'll just get on the road and I'll stick out my thumb, and oh, for sure you'll be there still. That summer in Dublin, and the living years that stayed like hell, and the young people walking on Grafton Street, and everyone liking so well. I was singing a song that went somewhere, rock and roll never forgets. My humming was smothered by a 46A, the scream of a low-flying jet. So I jumped in a bus to Dunleary, stopping up to pick up my guitar. A drunk on the bus told me how to get rich. I was glad we weren't going too far. I can still see that sunshine in Dublin. For Liam. All-time greats. It was, you know, the first time I stood on a stage after, you know, Liam passed away, my mind was made up immediately. I had to sing some of Liam's songs, and you know, I might get back to some more later on, but let's see. About time I checked in with you there, Bernard.
Yeah, there's a lovely comment in there, Roy, from some of your teachers from St. Aidan's are listening. And they want to say you're outstanding. They used to be say you're fucking standing outside the yard of the school. But now apparently you're outstanding now anyway.
Who's that?
That was Kay Kelleher.
We never knew our teacher's first name was in school.
Yeah, but come here, you know Amy Barry Murphy now, she didn't teach you, but she is a teacher up in the school.
That's right. That was the primary school.
That's the primary school, yeah. I remember you telling me a few
Father
stories
Rocks.
about you in school. And jumping over walls and doing all sorts. Yeah, smoke 'em up there, lads. That's the way to roll with, Roy. Heidi's belly. Can you
Want some
smoke?
more to smoke?
Can you smoke me up too, please? Come here, Roy. There's a million requests in. And I know the lads are on a promise. I mean, they need to finish up at some time.
Who's on a promise?
I don't know, but it's Angela's birthday, like so.
Who is it?
It's Angela's birthday, so maybe Angela's on a promise.
Maybe if he's here, probably.
Maybe Angela's on a promise. Maybe Liam promised
That's why
that he
she
wouldn't
left
be.
him go. That's
Maybe
why
he
she left
promised
him
that he
go.
wouldn't be home early.
You come home late, you come home early. Actually, yeah, let me do that. Actually, didn't somebody ask for a John Prine song, I Remember Everything?
They did. That was Marie McGahey, a long time listener, long time friend. Come here. The other thing, sorry, Roy, just before you sing, I will say I can pin your tip jar to this, so I do keep putting it in there, guys. Anyone that wants to give Roy a little tip there, I'm tapping in the.
Don't worry about it. Tonight's different, and
it is. It's very different for me too.
I'm just glad to get out of the house. To be completely honest with you, I'm delighted to get out of the house. I feel like I'm gone to work. And again, thanks to Liam. Listen, all the people watching tonight, if you haven't already followed this page, My Place, Middleton Gig Factory, please give it a like. Liam and all the gang here are doing serious work.
Absolutely amazing here.
No, I'm not just saying it, doing what you're expected to say. I really mean it, because I thought an interesting idea that you started recently, Liam, was the Friday night for the beginners, which gives people a chance, to stand on a stage and learn. So fair play to you all. It's really great, especially at a time where entertainment is so badly missed. So no, credit where it's due, and well done to you all.
Yeah, it's fabulous. Fair play to you guys.
So anyway, we were going to sing a song for Liam.
Called I Remember Everything.
No, we were going to do a song for Liam and for Angela, weren't we?
You done that one? The Town I Love song. Oh, was that the?
No, it's not the Langer song. A different one. No, lads. Not past the point of rescue either.
Was that the one, the Stay Married song? And
I got it.
If you're not at home on time,
when you come home late and you come home early, you come home big and you're feeling small. You come home straight, you come home girly. Sometimes you don't come home at all. You can sing if you like, boys. And what in the world has come over you? What in the heaven's name have you done? You've broken the speed of the sound of loneliness. You're out there running just to be on the run. Well, I got a heart that burns with a fever. I got a worried and a jealous mind. How can a love that lasts forever get left so far behind? You can sing if you want, come on. So what in the world has come over you? I still can't hear you. What in the heaven's name have you done? Pretend you're enjoying it. You've broken the speed of the sound of loneliness. You're out there running just to be on the run. But it's a mighty mean and a dreadful sorrow. It's crossed the even line today. How you try tomorrow? Well, we ain't got one word to say, lads. If you don't sing this time, I'm going away, alright? So what in the world? What in the you've broken the speed of the sun. You're out there running just to be on the run. Right, boys, come on now. Well, you come home late and you come home early. You come home big when you're feeling small. You come home home straight and you come home curly. Sometimes you don't come home like your eternal lights.
What in the world has come over you? What in heaven's name have you done? Broken speed, the sound of loneliness.
Take the mic off of me.
Out there running just beyond the run.
Barnaby, sing it once more, and this time do it in a Waterford accent if you can.
I can't do anything.
Broken the speed of the sun, and I'm there just to be alone. Oh, you come home late and you come home early. You come on big when you're feeling small. You come home straight and you come home curly. Sometimes you don't come home at all. What in the world has come over you? What in the heavens may let you down? You've broken the speed of the sound of loneliness. You're out there running just to be on the run. You're out there running just to be on the run. You're out there running just to be on the run. Happy birthday, Angela. We'll just kidnap Liam for a few hours and he'll be back and he'll be sober and everything will be fine. Sober-ish, you know. When I'm on John Prine, what's happening now? Jesus. It worked. So yeah, I mean, I just realised how this gig might sound a bit morbid with a lot of the greats passing away, like Liam Riley. Here's another one, John Prine, who wrote that last song. Wrote loads of brilliant songs. Sam Stone, Hello in There, Spirit of Sound and Loneliness, Angel from Montgomery, loads of brilliant songs. But the last song he wrote just before he passed away in 2020 because of COVID was a song called I Remember Everything. And I just think the lyrics in the song, you know, it's a real gift to the world from John Prine's point of view, but I'm sure the man didn't know at the time that you know, he was going to be checking out. The connection with John Prine and Ireland is that he married an Irish woman. Her name is Fiona, and she came from Donegal. On her mother's still alive and everything. And I was watching a documentary recently where they were talking about the relationship that John Prine had with Fiona's mother and how much that Fiona's mother still loves him and everything. You know, he was very well. From watching the documentary, it seems that John Prine really loves Ireland. And just this past week, I got one of those Facebook memories. And this week, 8 years ago, I saw John Prine at the Cork Opera House. Just amazing songs. So we'll sing this one for his memory. Brent. I've been down this road before. Remember every tree, every single blade of grass holds a special place for me. And I remember every town and every hotel room and every song I ever sang and a guitar out of tune. And I remember everything, things I can't forget. The way you turned and smiled on me the night that we first met. And I remember every night your ocean eyes of blue. How I miss you in the morning light, like roses miss the dew. I've been down this road before, alone as I can be, careful not to let my past go sneaking up on me. Got no future in my happiness, though regrets are very few. Sometimes a little tenderness best that I could do. And I remember everything, things I can't forget. Swimming pools of butterflies that slip right through the net. And I remember every night your ocean eyes of blue. How I miss you in the morning light, like roses miss the dew. Thank you, John Prine. I remember everything. Another one of the greats, Frank. I had a lot of great songs written down that were requested, and I've gone totally off tangent again. Surprise, surprise. What have you got for me, Bernard?
Yeah, you had loads of songs written down. I have another probably 35 written down, unfortunately. With the gig we're in and the rules and regulations and all, we've only a couple of minutes left. So 2 or 3, I'll call out a list to you. You need to pick 2, because your last one could be Parting Glass, I'd say. We haven't done that for a finish a long time. Will I call them all out to you? Yeah, I don't have to. So you know your last 3. So
here's the last song I released. A song called Devil Rose. And again, all ye heroes online got it to #1 for me. And again, on the day it got released as well. Oh. I have seen the burning fires in your eyes. I have never known a woman that never cries. Your heart is black as night, your serpent tongue tells lies. But I have seen your devil soul neath your pretty disguise. Men fall at your feet when you go walking by. The forbidden fruit is the one we all want to try. Temptation can lead a man to break or die. The devil roars his ways I see you sitting on your high horse, and I can't help but wonder, have you any remorse? So cynical, every move you planned your charted course. You've taken all I could give and you took it with force. Devil rose, devil rose, devil rose. The devil rose will take a man for all that he's got. Every man is helpless to the devil's plan. Her body, her eyes, her face, her lips there are so high. The devil rose takes men's souls, she'll never stop. I have seen the burning fires in your eyes. I have never known a woman that never cried. Your heart is black as night, your serpent tongue tells lies. But I have seen your devil soul beneath your pretty disguise. Devil rose, devil rose, devil rose.
Beautiful. Come here, buddy. There's been lots of comments there from the VIP choir about singing "Beautiful Affair." The la 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 la.
We'd have to put a time on this now. Liam, how long have we got?
Two more.
I need more than that, I think, lads.
You'll have to do 3.
I didn't do any Pete St. John songs yet.
You didn't do any Pete St. John, Miro, Beautiful Affair.
Have to do at least 2 of them.
Stockton's Wing.
I have to do Beautiful Affair. And I have to do...
It's okay, hang on. We have, our chauffeur has Swedes, and apparently Swedes give us extra time, right? So we might get 4.
I'll tell you what.
You have to do Beautiful Affair anyway. You have to do the Miro.
Hold on. Well, I got to mention Pete St. John because I'm working very closely with him. And of course, Pete, being the prolific writer that he is, I mentioned some of his songs earlier. He's the man who wrote classics like The Fields of Athenry, Dublin the Rare Old Times, The Ferryman, The Miro, Ringsend Rose, Hey Johnny McGorry, Danny Farrell, When Margaret Was 11, and loads more. I love working with Pete. He's in his 80s now and he's still knocking out songs. I think the man is a legend. So, if the lads here will indulge us, maybe we'll get maybe 3 or 4 more and leave it there. How's that? Are we alright with that? No? Tough. So I'm going to do a couple of Pete St. John songs now, and
Two Pete St. John, Beautiful Affair, and Hard Glass. How does that sound?
it sounds like your gig if you were doing one, but you're not. I'm full of okay. Oh yeah. So the Miro was a song that Pete wrote, and Pete's got a great way of writing colloquialisms in his songs, but also about Irish history and heritage and culture. And this song is about the street characters in Dublin. It's based around a fella called Bang Bang. His real name is Thomas Dudley, but Bang Bang was a bit innocent in his ways, and he used to carry a golden key, and he would shoot the buses, and he would say, "Bang Bang." That's where the nickname came from. But he was a character around Dublin, well known, and one of his funny quotes one time was, they asked him what he thought of the people in Dublin and all that, and he said, "I know all their faces and they all know my name." You know, like he was so important that he would know their faces, but they had to know his name, you know. And he said he was the only one who carried a gun, because he was the only one who had a license. But many of the street characters get mentioned, like Johnny Fortycoats, who we're all familiar with. We had a Bang Bang in Cork too, you know. He used to say "Bang Bang bells in Moscow." Anyway, there's loads of things mentioned in the song, and it actually takes longer to explain it than fucking sing it, because the Miro, the Dubs love putting an O on the end of things, and the Miro was the cinema on Mary Street in Dublin. And then you have other things like Jacobs gets mentioned. That was the biscuit factory where Luke Kenny's dad worked. But there's things like the Primo, which was your primary sort when you finished school. Loads of things. Alfie Byrne gets mentioned. He was an Lord Mayor in Dublin twice. Con Martin, the sports star, gets mentioned. Brendan Behan, the playwright and the man who wrote the Old Triangle and all that, he gets an old mention as well. All the characters basically. All right, Bernard. The Hafner sausages get a mention as well. A stater was someone who supported the Free State. A tan is a black and tan. What else is in there I should mention? Loads of things. Do you know what? I'm just going to say it. Oh yeah. So this first verse, somebody under the bed, whoever can it be? I feel so very nervous, I call for Joni. Joni lights the candle, but there's nobody there. Hey hi, diddle-ay, and out goes she. Well, where that comes from, that was the skipping rope game that the kids of Dublin used to play. And if you come down the country, the rhyme is similar, but not the exact same. So you can picture kids with the skipping rope, and whoever's in doing the skipping part, hey hi, diddly-ay, and out goes she, the next kid will jump in. So the first verse is the skipping rhyme. Anyway, Peter just layers upon layers of knowledge and cultural stuff in all his songs, but here's one. The Miro. Somebody under the bed, whoever can it be? I feel so very nervous, I call for Joni. Joni lights the candle, but there's nobody there. Hey, hi, diddle-dee-eye, and out goes she. Skipping rope still turning, children at their play. In and out through Clarendon Street, in and out to pray. I haven't prayed for 20 years or sang a happy song, since praying went with innocence and the devil played along. And we all went up to the Miro, hey there, who's your man? It's only Johnny Fortycoats, sure he's a desperate man. Bang bang shoots the buses with his golden key. Hey hi diddle-dee-eye, and out goes she. Me father was a stater and me mother loved a tan. She loved her Hafner sausages and her soldier fancy man. Nolly's up in Jacobs and Mary's on the town, and I joined the transport union when they said me nose was brown. And we all went up to the Miro, hey there, who's your man? It's Alfie Bernard walking, sure he's a decent man. Bang bang shoots the buses with his golden key. Hey hi hammer for the mayoral, me con for money's head. If Mary's in the family ways, you can blame the Cisco kid. I'll be langers in the morning, me langers need a patch. Ah, Jesus, there's Con Martin, I hope you win the match. And me uncle had a wolfhound that never had to pay, but Harry Lemon snatched it down on Eden Quay. Now I have me primo and me scapulars are blue, for helping the black babies and Dolly Fawcett too. And we all went up to the mayor, oh, hey there, who's your man? It's Brendan being out walking, sure he's the ginger man. Bang bang shoots the buses with his golden key. Hey hi diddly hi, and out goes she. And it's true that Dublin's changing since the pillar was blown down by the winds of violence that are buggering up the town. We used to solve a difference with a digging match in a jar, but now they're all playing bang bang, that's gone too bloody far. And we'll all go up to the mayor, oh hey there, who's your man? It's only me guardian angel, get a large one for your man. There's no use bloody rushing, for now it's the holy hour. A plenary indulgence and another baby power. There it is, the mirror from Pete St. John. So, just to continue on, as most of you will know, I've got a new song coming out for Easter. The song is currently being mastered in America, and I'm thrilled because Adam Oyan has taken on the song again. Adam has produced has mastered all my last tracks, and it's literally one of the best in the business. Adam has all sorts of awards, Grammy Awards, Latin Grammy Awards, all sorts of awards for what he does. He's one of the best, and I was thrilled. He took on a song that we did recently called Tara Tansy, written by Pete St. John, just to follow on. And well, Adam is really great, you know, because he listens to the songs and he works with really diverse artists. He masters tracks for Paul McCartney and the Rolling Stones and Taylor Swift and the Foo Fighters and Rascal Flatts and all Barbra Streisand, all these different people. So he listens to the songs and he takes the time to get into them, and I love when he masters my songs. And right now this song is being mastered by him. So we wanted to do an all-inclusive Irish vibe, uplifting, and you know what, I've been saying it for the last few weeks. If there's anyone that's going to give our country a lift, it has to be the man who wrote the Fields of Athenry. So Pete St. John asked me if I would sing a song he wrote called Tara Tansy. And Pete told me that when he was a young guy, when he was a kid, his mother used to tell him stories of this girl called Tara Tansy, who left Galway and went up to Dublin to perform in the Fesh. And she used to play her fiddle, and the tune she used to play was The Wearing of the Green. And she wore a green scarf that she called her Ramdy Da. And the Ramdy Da was, the scarf was like a symbol of freedom, a symbol of defiance. And just recently, Pete St. John told me the meaning behind Ramdy Da, because it's R-A-M-D-E-E-D-A, Ramdy Da. And Pete has such a love for the Irish language that each of the letters in Ramdy Da represents a word in Irish. So the R-A-M is Rudáling McConta, which means something beautiful and innocent. The D-E-E is Driacht Olas Éireann, which means the magical culture of Ireland. And the D-A means Dukas Urish, which means hope again. So you've got Rud Alling McConta, Tríoch Tolas there in Dukas Arish, Something Beautiful and Innocent, The Magical Culture of Ireland, Hope Again. So that's what the scarf means. So I thought I'd sing the song for you, and we're looking at an Easter release, and it's really great to have, you know, one of the all-time great songwriters in my corner. I know he loves the version that we put together. So we'll see. It'll come out in the next few weeks. As soon as it comes back from America, we'll get the process going for the worldwide distribution. And I'll let you all know about that. But for now, here's the song, Tara Tansy or Ramdida. Tara Tansy lived her dream in the rising of 16 at Easter time 100 years ago, when she answered Ireland's call as a rebel rise or fall in gunfire with the Dublin GPO. And the Ramdida she wore was a scarf like none before, honouring the spirit of 16, and her fiddle graced the morn with the new republic born, and its proclamation set the scene. Ramdida, Ramdida, everybody wave your Ramdida. It's a symbol of the free, uniting you and me. Here's to Ireland and the freedom, Ramdida. So beyond or right or wrong, let us honour them in song. The rebel men and women of 16, led by Pearse and Connolly, fought and died for liberty. We remember when we waved the Ramdida, Ramdida, Ramdida. Everybody wave your Ramdida. It's a symbol of the free, uniting you and me. Here's to Ireland and the freedom, Ramdida. So if you love all Ireland, shake your neighbour's hand, and everybody wave your Ramdida. It's a symbol of the free, uniting you and me. Here's to Ireland and the freedom, Ramdida, Ramdida, Ramdida. Everybody wave your Ramdida. It's a symbol of the free, uniting you and me. Here's to Ireland and the freedom, Ramdida, Ramdida, Ramdida. Everybody wave your Ramdida. It's the symbol of the free, uniting you and me. Here's to Ireland and the freedom, Ramdida. Here's to Ireland and the freedom, Ramdida. Here's to Ireland, the freedom, Ramdida. Ramdida scarf, Tara Tansy. So I'll be on its way in the next few weeks. Okay guys, I think it's time for me to start winding down, is it? Yeah? I might leave you with the old man on Patrick Street, because during the week I was chatting to Ryan McSweeney from Ryan Music over in San Francisco, originally from right here, down this way, originally from Middleton, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
And Liam Rowan there, who puts all these things together, it turns out was in a band with Ryan all those years ago, back in 1847.
Back when they were handsome looking lads, the two of them.
Back a long time ago. Anyway, Ryan was on to me during the week, Liam, and he said make sure I passed on my regards to his old bandmate and everything, so there you are now. I gotta thank Ryan as well though, because Ryan was the man who put my song forward for the Grammy Awards, and it was a huge thrill to have you know, one of my songs, an Irish folk song and a song about homelessness, make it on the ballot for the Grammy Awards. Now, we didn't make it to the final 5 and all that, but I was still thrilled to have made it that far in the process, and it wouldn't have happened without Ryan Music, Ryan McSweeney. So big shout out to Ryan, and it's great that his drummer is although Liam mightn't like that now, he's no one's drummer, he's part of the band. Yeah, I sing it in the key of A minor for any drummers in the room. say goodnight with this one tonight. And
You can't say goodnight with this one, buddy.
I'll tell you what, you have to mute that microphone, man.
You can't say goodnight with this one, because remember, you did promise all your special fans on your own page that you'd play Beautiful Affair before you finished. So...
Ruined the encore there, Bernard.
No, sorry you ruined your encore, buddy. But you have to look after all the people that have been supporting you all year too. I know I'm a bollocks.
Proper order as well. It's going down anyhow. So yeah, okay, maybe can we squeeze in Beautiful Affair after this so we leave it there, is it? Time is pushing on, alright. So, you know, anybody looking at it online, any newcomers, thank you very much for joining us. I hope you enjoy the songs and the stories and the bit of banter with the lads. But if you do, you know, I go live every Wednesday and every Saturday on my music page, Roy Buckley Music. If you're ever looking to join in, please do. I love the requests and all that coming in as well. Kind of keeps me on my toes because you could ask for the song that might not have sang for a while. So thanks for joining. Please jump over there and give us a like and a share. If you're on YouTube, please maybe subscribe to the Roy Buckley Music channel and also the Sound Collector Sessions channel. And any of my songs like Devil Rose or Dark Rosaline or this next one will be on Patrick Street. They're all available for download and streaming and all that. So if you've got a YouTube account, please add them. If you've got a Spotify account, please do that as well. You know, if you want to download, that's also great. But to my own regulars who would have to join in, please give this a like because I think it's phenomenal what Liam and Morgan and Emmett and all the gang here are doing, keeping the music alive, and I think that's so important. So well done to all you guys, and thanks for having me. Thanks for the invite. I tell you, that's fucking great to get out of the house. God, I don't want to go back to it now. Tonight, and also, not just for Ryan, I want to sing this also for all the gang in Penny Dinners in Cork, because they're always, pandemic or no pandemic and everything, they're busy out helping the needy and giving them a shelter, giving them beds, giving them food, doing everything. So people ask me, why did I call the song The Old Man on Patrick Street and not give it like O'Connell Street or Grafton Street, like, because of Dublin being the capital. And I think, you know, if I was going to give the song a location, I know homelessness is not just here in Ireland, it's worldwide, but you know, maybe I should start at home. So that's why I call the song The Old Man on Patrick Street. And you know, just thanks to everyone who got behind it. Hopefully it shed some light on something that light should be shed on. So anyway, thank you very much. Great to have Big Bernard back over there. Thank you, Bernard. We'll get back to it soon. Also, must give a big shout out to Brian Murphy Motors in Glanmire, because not only are they like top mechanics down there, they're also fantastic chauffeurs. He's there in the sun and he's there in the rain. All the lines on his face showing his pain. Nothing to live for and nothing to gain. Every day in his life is all just the same. For the old man on Patrick Street, he's walking the streets day and night. His hands all wrinkled and his hair is snow white. A champion fighter one time in his life, but nobody cares about old boxing fights. He's the old man on Patrick Street, and darkness falls, no one hears him call, but the moon and the stars of the night. Tonight he sleeps alone. How can we do this to our own? Sweet Jesus, won't you look down tonight? He had a rough life from the start, when his wife left him and tore him apart. But he found a new lover, keeps him warm in the dark. She's Nancy Whiskey, he gives her close to his heart. He's the old man on Patrick Street. I saw him last weekend, man, he got old, worn out clothes and his story untold, asleep on the bench out in the cold. Nancy beside him, the woman in gold. He's the old man on Patrick Street, and darkness falls, no one hears him call, but the moon and the stars of the night. Tonight he sleeps alone. How can we do this to our own? Sweet Jesus, won't you hear him tonight? I passed by today by that old man's bed. An empty whiskey bottle lay there instead. Someone left flowers and a note that read, a short message remembering the dead. For the old man on Patrick Street, for the old man on Patrick Street. Okay, so we're going to leave him with a Mikey Hanrahan song tonight, Beautiful Affair. And Mikey, again, a great friend of mine and a great friend of the Song Collector sessions, but this one was voted into the top 75 Irish songs of all time by our national broadcaster, RTE. And rightly so, it's a real feel-good song, you know. So maybe I'll send you away feeling good tonight.
Send everyone away feeling good. Thanks for everyone for tuning in tonight to my place down in Middleton. Give it a like, give it a share, tune in. They've been fantastic to Roy tonight. Amazing setup, very professional. Everyone that's tuned in, I'd like to thank them for tuning in, giving tips. Sorry Roy, as I always do. I know you didn't realise it because you've no phone in front of you. I've been posting your tip jar there every few songs.
Don't worry about that.
No one needs to worry about it, but
Honestly, it's fine.
Look, we'd like you to go onto Roy's music page, Roy Buckley Music, on Facebook. His YouTube channel, go onto that. Follow that, would be great. Thanks for being here. I haven't fucking seen you in weeks,
Listen,
buddy.
we could do the socially distanced thing. Jump up here and say quick hello on the camera, Bernard. I haven't seen you for ages.
I'll jump up. I won't be on microphone.
Come on, because just come up because
I'll give him a virtual hug.
Come up and say a quick hello there, Bernard, because they're going to need something to scare the kids going to bed at night time. Jump up there. Oh, I could have tears.
I love Roy loves me.
Bigfoot.
He loves Barney, and I love me too.
Get down there, you
Thanks, guys. Really appreciate everything.
So hopefully when the lockdown get down there for your fall. Hopefully when the lockdown level 5 in Ireland gets reduced a little bit, hopefully in April myself and Big Bar there can do the comments thing together now. Yeah, I'm gonna have to start charging you rent for me going to your house.
I think we're organised for you for Paddy's Day. I think you should officially move in and then you can do a gig for my house.
Might have to happen. We'll see. Why not? So, just before I finish with this, I want to thank Bernard and also Brian Murphy there for being our chauffeur tonight. That's the part where you give them a round of applause there, lads. And also thanks to Liam and Morgan and Emmett and all the gang here at my place. Please give it a like. Sorry, Jonathan. Jonathan is what we used to call posh condoms in the north side. Can't finish on that, sorry, John.
It's not fair that we're called posh condoms because you couldn't finish it.
The only harm in him is hanging out with him, lads. Listen, good night. Thank you all very much. I'll see you Wednesday night over on the Roy Buckley music page. Thanks for spreading the word and all your support. It looks like there's an end in sight for the vaccines coming in and getting over this and leaving the world open up. So I can't wait. Again, huge thank you to all of you guys here for letting me stand on a stage, lights, and it feels like I'm actually going out to work. I'm looking forward to doing it full time when it comes back. But in the meantime, I will be online every Wednesday and every Saturday over on Roy Buckley Music. And thanks for all your support, guys. I keep you in the loop about the new song, Pete St. John's new one, and everything that's going on. So, I'll leave you with this. Hopefully I can send you away with a feel-good song. A Beautiful Affair. Now, Mikey Hammerhan told me, he's from Ennis, and he's a proud Clare man. But he told me the imagery in this song is all about Lahinch and Doolin up in County Clare. And he said, I listened to an interview recently he did, where he said it took him, 40 years or something to realise what his own song is kind of about. And it's about throwing the doors open, leaving it all in, and it's about living. So I think this might be a good one to finish with. Good night, and thank you all very much. Here's Mike Hammerhan's Beautiful Affair. Feel like laying low, the mountains seem no closer than before, and you wonder why. You know in your mind it doesn't know get to hide, and the only way is living to survive. Makes you feel alive. See all the doors swing open, your life's unfolding before your very eyes. Such a strange affair. Walking around, come into the sun, forget you're down, feel the air. showing no surprise. You make your way down to that shore and you climb aboard. You give yourself a smile, makes you feel alive. See all the doors swing open, your lights unfold before your very eyes. Such a strange affair. Walking around, come into the sun, forget you're down and feel the air. Beautiful affair, right boys, try this with me. La 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 la. You're not getting away with it, come on. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Nearly have it going now. La 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 la. I'm going home. La 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 la. Mountains seem no closer than before, and you wonder why. Well, you know in your mind it does no good to hide, and the only way is living to survive. It makes you feel alive. See all the doors swing open, you learn some fall before your very eyes. Such a strange affair. Forget you don't feel the air. Beautiful affair, your tongue. La 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 la. Can't hear you, boys. La 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 la. Good night, thank you very much. Good night from my place, Middleton. I'll see you all soon, and thank you very, very much. Good night. Good night, thank you all very much. See ya. Are we done? Are we live? Are we off? Are we live or not? You're kidding, no. I tell lads.
Oh, well, we're still live, and do you know what? The backing staff have asked Roy, because he's so phenomenal, to sing one more tune. So I reckon he should sing one of two songs, either Rolling Back the Clouds or The Parting Glass. Roy, you have a choice of.
Two great songs. Don't ask me to pick. I love both those songs.
Okay, what about the other two? Hang on, it's a three-way vote. Okay, two for Parting Glass, and Liam is saying nothing because he has to go home. Angela's waiting.
He's to try and find flowers on the way home and everything somehow.
Yeah, we'll pick a couple of daffodils on the way home from there. Angela, there's daffodils on the way home for you.
Don't get pissed in the beds, whatever you know. Anyway.
Okay, Parting Glass, so funny.
Okay. It's a nice one to finish on, so thank you all very much. I recorded this a long time ago actually with the Black Donnellys. So yeah, I'll give it a go. Thanks to everybody. Thanks to you all for tuning in. Thanks to all you legends down here. Keep up the great work. Thanks to Brian there as well for driving us. And the other fella too. Okay lads, we'll tie a bow on it with this one. and all the harm here I've done. Alas, it was to none but me, and all I've done for want of wit to memory now I can't recall. So fill with me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all. If I had money enough to spend and leisure time to sit a while, there is a maiden in this town who sorely has my heart beguiled. Her lovely face and ruby lips, my own, she has my heart enthralled. So fill with me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all. Of all the comrades here I had, they're sorry for my going away, and all the sweethearts here I had, they'd wish me one more night to stay. But since it falls unto my lot that I should rise and you should not, I'll gently rise and I'll softly call. Good night and joy be with you. Good night, thank you very much.
Right, I can take this off now. What an amazing gig, guys. Give this man a round of applause again. He was absolutely brilliant, right? Okay, just very quickly, right? We have 2 acts next weekend, right? Okay, we've our second beginner. Even though when I'm going to read this out, he's not much of a beginner, but maybe his first time playing live. Anyway, look, artist Killian, 21-year-old singer, songwriter from Ballycotton, East Ferry, studying popular music and specialising in voice in the Cork School of Music. Killian started off in 2018 by uploading covers every week on YouTube and soon brought to Instagram, and since then has amassed a following of 2,600 people. So he's here next Friday night, okay? Then on Saturday night, we have Noreen O'Mahony and her band, a very seasoned musician, excellent vocalist. So we have 2 gigs for you next weekend. First gig, Friday night, beginners, with this guy here, Killian from Ballycotton. Second gig is Noreen O'Mahony, okay? So is there anybody there that can hit the go live cancel button there, please? Because everybody seems to have left the room and I can't turn it off. So listen.